Egbert Atal, better known as Abuta, was no stranger to the residents of Belmont Dennery. It was well established throughout the community that Abuta was mentally disturbed and, during his regular bouts of insanity, he was often threatening. Over the past few days, the situation seemed to have been very acute for the troubled man who threatened to kill some members of the community. Belmont resident Juliana Eugene says Abuta came to her home on the weekend claiming he was sent by the devil to kill her.
Abuta soko fanka man lesa. Abuta ka se démotiver vin tuer moi. Abuta ki sa pour ki sa démotiver vin tuer moi. Il m'a dit natural so ya. Abuta have pressures, I have pressures that descend downstairs. Missy a dit Abuta sort descend la modou. Abuta dit ma je vais tout ma chou ma descend là. Il vini, là il vini, les gars rush les moi écoute là. Missy a vini, Missy a point bloc pour voir de Abuta. Abuta rush les Missy a pour écoute là. Missy a dit mon couille moun, couille button. Moi dit maka couille button. Moi le mon couille tifi moi ba là, moi dit tifi moi ça tifi moi dit couille ich moi dit ich moi ta. Moi dit OK. Là moi viens mon couille boyfriend moi dit boyfriend moi ça. Boyfriend moi dit kay vini moi te go avin boyfriend moi vini moi ici. Moi dormi go avin.
Abuta would later return to her home, according to Eugene, who said she called her boyfriend who came to pick her up and get her out of harm's way.
Abuta vient là, il m'a dit, tu vas moi pour moi. Tu vas moi dire, moi pas là. Ça fait les vendredis, et puis samedi bon matin, tu vas moi dire, moi ça dit, Abuta, il dit Abuta mal. Bon, toute là, Abuta voulait tuer moi, matin ça, Abuta voulait tuer moi.
Lucretia Alexander is Abuta's sister. She says her brother was disturbing when he had his bouts of insanity, during which time he would claim he was owed by random members of the community and demanded the debt be paid. She says his challenges were known to all members of the community.
He say a moun ki mentally ill, et tout moun an savana connaît mentally ill. Et puis les pi baila, les i kay dou tout moun doy, tout moun ki an da boutique la doy, tout moun ki an area doy, e ben kay dou demou dey. So tout moun an community a savi ni problem la.
Alexander says she heard the sound of the gunshots that killed her brother. She says the situation should have been handled differently given the shooter is a policeman.
Le matin premier gunshot la, moi me tête me de fenêtre la ka koute sinay na moun hele. Matin hele. Matin pow 4 gunshots. Moi vini, moi tête me dehors en fenêtre là. Moi dit ma oui moi Abuta tuer Abuta. Na douce. Ça moi dit ma oui mais matin asiwe. As for moi matin asiwe. Moi wete na koute. Innocent in loy qui sort Belmont et qui descend, là il descend. Yo descend dans les marches là. Son in loy d'autay et puis qui vinn c'est là yo descend do vinn garder pour Abuta atia. Moi la ka yo pa na bies ma me light on. Even in life in fait call là yo vinn là. Then it any sate it 3 minutes past 1 like shoot liya. Abuta wete hour and 27 minutes atia les machine na vinn point. Like SSU ki vini. Moi ve yo point. Then yo vini la kon yo battery et yo foute en de boîte van.
Assistant Commissioner responsible for crime, George Nicholas, says the fatal incident at Belmont Dennery is being wrongly labelled a police shooting.
I don't think we should look at this latest incident as a police shooting, because it could have happened to anybody. The person involved just happened to be a police officer. It's not a case where he responded to a particular incident and then he had an engagement with a perpetrator. It's a case where he was at his private home, sleeping in his bed, when he went to investigate a noise outside of his home. It could have happened to anybody. So this should not be associated with a police killing.
The Belmont fatal shooting is yet another case of an individual with a history of mental illness being killed. When and how should force be used against mentally disturbed people, particularly when they are threatening others, is a question that raises its head every time a mentally ill patient is killed or injured. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.